Was Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam Ibn Abi Kabsha?
No.
Is he called this in Sahih al-Bukhari?
His enemies called him that.
Was he called this? Was he called this?
Wait, okay. I'll answer.
Yeah.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
What your enemies call you is not what you use for your own name, right?
Okay.
It is Muhammad Rasulullah who called Isa ibn Maryam.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So if I use a derogatory,
why was he called Ibn Abi Kabsha? Do you know what Imam al-Qurtubi and the Imam say? They say because Ibn Abi Kabsha was known as a person who used to spread Tawheed. Look, it's
okay.
the concept
When his
of the
enemies
Arabic
use Ibn Abi
language.
Kabsha, that's a derogatory
It
slur.
wasn't derogatory.
No,
it was used to show he's calling to Tawheed.
But did
That's
any of his followers use it?
That I
Do we ever use Ibn Abi Kabsha for Rasulullah?
Nabi Sassam resembled Ibn.
Number one, there is no comparison. Allah and His Messenger. Because just think about a simple thing. Was Isa salam Ibn Maryam? Yes. So he was Ibn Maryam. That's why he is being called as Ibn Maryam. Right? Our Prophet was not Ibn Abi Kabsha. So he was wrongly being called as Ibn Abi Kabsha. What is the comparison? Because Isa ibn Maryam is Isa ibn Maryam. So please think, Isa ibn Maryam is Isa ibn Maryam. And he is being called as Isa ibn Maryam. Our Prophet is not Ibn Abi Kabsha. So he is wrongly being called Ibn Abi Kabsha. Number one. Number two, Allah and His Messenger calling Ibn Maryam as Ibn Maryam has nothing to do with the enemies of the Prophet calling him Ibn Maryam. And number three, he dropped the name. Oh, it is in Sahih al-Bukhari. In Sahih al-Bukhari, there are many things which are wrong said by the enemy of the Prophet ﷺ, and Imam Bukhari is quoting them. Is Imam Bukhari approving it? No. He is simply giving you a narration that the enemies of the Prophet, they used to call him this as well. And last but not the least, it was a blatant lie that Ibn Abi Kabsha was preaching the Tawheed. Ibn Abi Kabsha was preaching something which was against or opposite to what the people of Makkah were doing. But it does not mean that he was preaching the Tawheed.
He showed the ones that he quoted. He quoted
Yes.
Imam Qurtubi, right?
Yes.
So there's a reference for Imtiaz. There's
Please make it bit bigger. Make it bit bigger, please.
okay. It's in the tafsir of وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ رَبُّ الشِّعْرَى. الشِّعْرَى is the star. It's a star. Sirius. There's I don't know if I spell it correctly. There is a star called Sirius. It's in Arabic. It's called الشِّعْرَى. وَأَنَّهُ هُوَ رَبُّ الشِّعْرَى. And he is the Lord of Shi'ra. Allah is the Lord of everything. That's basically that's it. So, and then Imam Qurtubi is explaining the concept of why this Shi'ra was being worshipped. Then he said, he explains here, وَقَالْ أَوَّلَ مَنْ عَبَدَهُ أَبُو كَبْشَةَ. The first, some people said, yeah, Brother Imtiaz, you want to translate, or should I? The translation is there.
Yeah, you can show that. Yeah, you can show that.
So the translation in English is, and the others say the first person to worship him. Remember, the context is talking about Sirius. The first person to worship him was Abu Kabsha, one of the Prophet's ancestors on his mother's side. This is why the polytheists of Quraysh called Rasulullah ﷺ the son of Abu Kabsha. When he called to Allah and opposed the religions. When who called to Allah? When Rasulullah ﷺ called to Allah and opposed the religions, they called him Abu Kabsha. Why? Because Abu Kabsha did the same thing. He went against the similarity is in going against the Quraysh. أول من عبده أبو كبشة أحد أجداد النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم من قبل أمهاته ولذلك كان مشرك قريش يسمون النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم ابن أبي كبشة حين دعا إلى الله وخالف أديانهم. So this is the reason. There was اختلاف who was the first person to worship Sirius. Some said some people said it's كانت تعبد حمير وخزاعة. There was some people said it's حمير and خزاعة, and others said it was Abu Kabsha. So Imam Qurtubi is giving this example. Brother Imtiaz, I have an Urdu reference if you want.
I think it's enough. I think the point is very clear.
So it's very clear now. Can you rephrase, Brother Imtiaz, for the people?
Yeah, you read already. Inshallah, it's enough. You read already.
It's clear, right?
Yeah.
So the similarity is that they went against the religion. But you can see worshipping a star is not Tawheed. It's shirk. Who says that worshipping stars is the Tawheed, apart from Razi? Who? I'm not aware of anybody who said that worshipping a star is Tawheed, because he clearly said, why is Rasulullah called Ibn Abu Kabsha? Because Abu Kabsha was known as someone who preached Tawheed.
Yeah.
Jazakumullah khair.